G'day guys, welcome back to the Ninja Adventure tutorial. This video is going to be a little bit interesting, so will the next few. I recorded about an hour's worth of video and found out that since I formatted my computer, that the default microphone was set to webcam for some reason. So it didn't actually record anything, or if there was any recording, it was so low that you couldn't hear anything. So I'm just going to be playing back these videos that I have recorded with no audio and adding the audio over the top. So I know that this video here, at the start, I'm talking a little bit about what we've done so far. I go through a demo of it and show a few of the bugs in it. So you can see I'm just kind of moving around and then demonstrating that bug where the ninja throws it backwards. The squirrels leave the room. We don't actually lose any hearts or lose any ammo at the top. And so that's what this video is going to be about here. It's going to be fixing up a few things such as the hearts at the top, the ammo counter going down, and let's get started. So the first thing I do, I'm pretty sure I need to create a new room here. So I just go into duplicate room and resize this room down to 240 by 176, so the default view size. 240 by 176, not sure what that thing was, we'll sort it out later. And I just go through and delete all the layers here. Oh, it did actually record the system audio. It just didn't record my voice. So in here, I've just deleted all the layers. Then I'm going to delete all the objects from the room. Probably would have been just simpler to make a new room, to be honest. All right, so we've got nothing in the room. And then I just used the tiles to try and spell game over pretty unsuccessfully because there's not enough space. You can probably do it better than I can here, but I'm not too worried. So that's meant to be a G, and then we got an A, and I can't quite fit an M and an E in, so they look pretty terrible. So it just says GAM of. And we're almost done. Yep. Game over. Just renaming the room to RM Game Over. Probably should rename that first room at some stage. But time to play around with the object. So open up the object Ninja and we go into the create event. And I've made a collision with the object monster bear because we currently don't have that. So we make a collision with the object monster bear, add some code, and the code's pretty straightforward. It's just going to tell us what happens when we collide with the bear. So the player health is going to be minus equals 1. I'm not sure why I said 2, but there we go. 1 minus equals 1, so it'll subtract 1 from the player health. And then it should say with other destroy, instance destroy. And I think I also create an explosion at the same time. Yep, so create the explosion, and this is with other. So everything inside those braces is to do with the bear. It's like the code gets run on the bear. And it will also work for the squirrel as well because it's parented to that. And since I don't have any bears in here, you can see that it does work. I run into them and I lose health at the top. And it's all working fine. So that's that first one. Then we go into fixing up the ammo counter. That's really easy as well. So we just go to the shooting script and we say every time you shoot. So if can shoot up here, player, I'll just rewind that. Player ammo minus equals 1. Pretty simple. And in the create bit, make sure we've got player ammo equals 6. And back into here, we add another bit of code up the top here, just to make sure that we actually have ammo. So the player ammo must be greater than 0 when we're about to shoot. Pretty straightforward. The ammo counter should go down now at the top. There we go. And then when I get to the last slot, there's no more shooting. So that's all done. We've done the monster. We've done the hearts. We've done the ammo. Lastly is to make sure the monster doesn't leave the room. Now, if I remember this bit here, I actually make a slight mistake because I realize that what I'm about to do is going to take longer than necessary. So I hope I don't put it in the squirrel event. No, I don't. Good. Okay, so this bit that I'm about to add in is not necessary. So you can just keep watching and I'll just talk about what I am thinking of doing. So just ignore it until I tell you to actually put this stuff in. But what I am thinking of doing is checking to see whether the monster is inside the view and whether it's hit the boundaries of that view. And the way that I'm doing it is fine. It will work. It's just I'm trying to reinvent the wheel. There is an event that exists that already does what I want it to do. So I'm just going to skip forward a little bit here. So I'm kind of putting all this code in, similar to the way that we set up the view for switching the view, and that's good. And then I realize about here, oh wait, I probably can do this a bit better. So yeah, see, I'm looking at, so what I'm doing here is I'm looking at collision with the object solid. I just reverse the direction, and I think, oh, okay. So can I actually, is there an event that will just let me check if I'm in the view boundary? So I click on add event, and it's under other views, boundary view 0. And that's exactly what I want. That replaces all that code there. And then I can just make it reverse that and reverse the horizontal direction. And I can get rid of that other code that I was about to start coding. So all of that can go. Essentially, I don't remember what I was saying at this point. No, I just delete it and it's gone. So hitting play, the squirrel should stay inside the room. He won't leave the room now. Yeah, so they bounce. Oops, I didn't test that very well. But that squirrel was going down. We go back up. He's not coming out of the room. He's still in there. Yeah, see, he just hangs out on the bottom there, bounces. Perfect. So now I need to remember what I did next. What did we do next? I don't think I did pickups yet. Well, thank goodness I put in some basic comments. Oh, yep, of course. So if the player health is equal to 0, and I should probably write, yeah, less than or equal to 0, just in case I'm on like 1 health and then I lose 2 health, be -1 and it would skip the 0 check. So I say less than or equal to 0, room equals game over. And then it will, that's all. So I can't actually lose all my life. I mentioned this here because I don't have enough monsters. I should probably set my health to 1 or something and just test it. But I don't actually do it, but trust me, it will work. The last thing is to fix that backwards error. And that's what I'm doing in this bit here. So there's a few little things that I change. And I just mention again the error where I'm shooting backwards. So you can shoot in one direction and then you end up shooting backwards. It's a bit harder to demonstrate it when you've only got 1 ammo. I don't remember why I went into there. Can't remember what I'm talking about here. But it doesn't matter too much. I'll just skip forward to the bit where I fix the bug. I can't remember. I don't think you should do this bit. I think I end up putting it back where I want it to go. I just end up putting it back there. But over here on the right hand side, so just to explain what's going on, when you shoot once and you're facing to the left, for example, the sprite index equals sprite ninja left. And then it changes to sprite ninja attack left. But none of these if statements check to see what happens if you are in the attack animation and you attack again. And so it just still creates the ninja star because you put space, but it lets the default direction to 0 because we haven't changed it anywhere here. So what I'm just doing here is I'm going through to say if the sprite index is equal to sprite ninja right, or the sprite index is equal to sprite ninja attack right. So either the right walking animation or the right attack animation, then it will do the proper attack direction. And that is that bit done. So now I can attack multiple times in the same direction. Yep, that all works. What's the last bit here? Oh, the last bit is that on the ninja star, if we open that up, I add a condition, collision with the object solid. I destroy the ninja star, just so it can't shoot through walls. There we go, can't shoot through walls. All good, that's pretty much that video done.